Yeah, it's so good.
So when people message me and tell me that they had weird dreams, I almost want to reply back saying, I don't care about your sex dreams, thanks. None of my
I
business.
know, great.
None of my business. And so then when Erin messages me about her dream with Britney Spears, I'm like, I'm still not interested.
Britney Spears' fiance, even more weird.
What, Beyonce was in the dream as well?
Oh, hell, no, that would be a nightmare. No, oh, if you say Beyonce or fiance?
Oh, her fiance. Well, that, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was weird.
okay, so yeah, brace yourselves, whoever wants to listen to this session. So I'll be channeling in to find out, because we started wondering, is Britney's, I mean, I'm just gonna lay it out here, so you know, just owning my position in this. I really don't care about these kind of people. You know, I think that they've got importances for certain reasons, but none of them that really kind of make me excited to explore it more. So I don't really know anything about Britney. Really, I am aware that she is, I don't even want to say that she's a singer, because I just think she is probably a dancer, even though she is known for her songs. Does she sing? I think, she's sort of part of the pop icon culture when you know, before auto tunes. And I mean, I don't know, I'm not really a big fan, so sorry, but we were wondering whether she was still alive or what was actually the truth with her. And of course, I want everyone to be alive. I don't want anyone to be not alive. So there you go, full disclosure.
Yeah. And I don't normally have dreams about Britney Spears or anyone. And the timing was suspicious, because today the Netflix documentary, Britney versus Spears, about her conservatorship, premiered, along with her court case where her 13-year conservatorship was ended. So I do know a thing or two about Britney. Thank you.
Oh, well, I mean, that's great for you, since you were having like dreams about her. So, like, you know, I'm happy to channel it in whatever messages that they have, but I'm just gonna say I'm neutral.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I do feel like this is weird, like using this work for these things. I mean, it is topical, obviously, and it is personal for you in terms of the dream. So yeah, my life is, I won't be watching that. I'm not really focused on that. But sorry, did I say that I wasn't really interested?
A few times. I think she probably heard you from wherever she is.
I'm sure if she is alive, she will be heartbroken to know that I am not. Sorry about it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nothing personal, Brittany, I promise. It is really just, yeah. I don't know why. Maybe you should ask my subconscious, why am I not into this pop star stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe
I will.
That's probably what I would want to know, is why am I not, you know, why don't I have t-shirts and posters around my house?
Icon.
I'm anti-icon. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's better than being the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so.
I will say farewell and connect in and find out what they have to say. The subconscious wants to come in and say, she's not fussed with these celebrities because there is insincerity to the demeanor that they are trying to sell and live their lives. And so she can see that there is a veneer of entertainment versus authenticity. And even the relationships that you get sold as couples in your history aren't actually true lovers. And so she can instantly read the room. She can read it. She can read their body language and their energy towards each other, knowing that this is fake versus actual, real, true love. And this is why she hasn't bought into these storylines, because there is no authenticity to them. And so she is not one to waste her time on such frivolous things. We say, without being judgmental, it is purposeful that you have icons, but unfortunately, most of them have been misleading you to buy products, to fall in love with them, to be distracted so much with your own lives that you are more connected to certain families and their own family members than you are to your own. And so you may call in who you wish, Erin, to continue on this conversation.
Can I call upon Britney Spears' subconscious, please?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes. Thank you. Yes, we are here, Erin.
Hello. I had a weird dream about Britney Spears last night, and I noticed the timing and everything with the storyline unfolding today. We had questions about her life. Is she alive or not?
Well, when you ask a question like that, you are opening up a big, broad conversation in terms of everyone is alive, because there is time that is not linear. And so we can connect to you when she was alive at any point in her time, when she was living as Britney Spears. And so, yes, she is alive in those timelines. So would you like to know certain things about her and a certain age of time and her relevance to the life that she lived as Britney Spears?
I would like to know what role she is playing currently in our linear time with whatever age she is right now in my linear time. Mm-hmm. So know what role her story is playing out for the awakening of humanity.
Mm-hmm. Young little girl who has grown up in front of your eyes. You almost feel like you are sisters in some regards, because you feel like you know so much about her. And so you know her struggles, you know her failed relationships, you know that she has shared her private moments with you and her songs that you have repeated, and you've danced her dances, and you have grown up with her, alongside her. Now she's getting her freedom. Now she is getting what you perceive as her freedom. And so that is inspiring you and encouraging you, making you feel happy that there is freedom to be had for all. You can see the relevance that many need to know and feel and hear at this time, as you are all hoping and wishing for freedom. Can you see the linkages and the layers here, which we are trying to give people the information about freedom? You will seek freedom and you will get it. It may feel like forever, but the day of freedom will come for all.
Beautiful. So very timely, very purposeful. I absolutely understand what you're saying. Has her life contract always been to awaken humanity?
No, her life contract was to manipulate humanity. She was a tool. So she's manipulating humanity now to have the belief of freedom and justice, and overcoming struggles with family, overcoming struggles with love, finding freedom from family, and being able to stand on her own 2 feet, as you will legally. That is part of a different agenda. She started off having a different agenda to be able to control, to manipulate. She was always going to be an icon, and it has been fortunate that we are now using her for good. She was struggling to be the icon because it didn't feel natural to her. There was many things that were behind the scenes that were not natural, wasn't going with the storyline of her life. There was a struggle there. So she is of service to humanity now.
Wonderful. Is there, being the subconscious of Britney Spears, do you have any messages regarding the entertainment industry as it relates to our day-to-day lives and our current day life in our linear time?
Yes. Blindly following your icons because you have grown up with them. It is like being loyal to something that you don't even know. You're loyal to a brand and the surface of what that brand is trying to sell you, but you've never opened the box and had a look at the ingredients and actually studied what has been creating that product. You like the facade, you've fallen in love with the story, you want to support that poor little innocent girl who just is humble and as meek as pie, and unfortunately that is part of the illusion. You all feel that she is being so unfairly treated, so you place her in part of a victim mode, and so you want to root for her, you want her to win, and you want to support her because she is the victim here. And she has played that role for quite some time. And so you're almost distracting yourselves from your own victimhoods of being here and being manipulated. You're so focused and worried about her, poor her, that you aren't even able to see poor you and actually what's going on. And if we said to you, you have had very similar lives in terms of being disempowered, controlled, and manipulated, there is so much that you could link your own lives to. But just because you don't feel special or important, and just because you don't have big followings, you almost think that you should ignore the fact that you've been controlled and manipulated and still be distracted by the storyline, the entertainment of her. And you know many things you would think about your icons, your pop stars, failed marriages, extra children, their life journey, but you really don't know them personally, even though you think that you have inside scoops. The reality is most of those homes you see are not their true homes, not their true relationships, not their true philosophies in life, not their true connections to Gaia or this planet or their spirituality. They're very private in their truths. And you don't get to see much of that. They are part of a public service to endorse whatever trends need to be endorsed for you to feel like you're not being told by governments or officials. You choose to have these love affair relationships with these pop icons because it's your choice to follow their trends. So you feel like you have free will to follow and go along with the narrative of that story. And so you're more open to it because you feel like this is your free will. But we're saying you've always been coerced through their music and through their entertainment storylines.
how do the people, and I'll use that term broadly, how do they view humanity with their agenda for the entertainment industry?
Gullible and easily manipulated. And while you think that there is people with good, true talents that are rising up and getting these important jobs and these important roles and these important endorsements, it is not such a lucky thing that they've just landed these great jobs or landed these great albums. They have been selected on purpose. And those who are controlling the manipulations through the music industry, for example, you have different appearances of the brand that you may feel you are identifying with more, but open the box of that brand and look inside those ingredients, and it's always from the same manufacturer. So you can understand the agenda there.
Yes, absolutely. Do you have any comment or message for humanity in our current linear time?
Question your love, devotion, and worshipping of these pop icons. Even if, say, for example, this vehicle doesn't have a connection to the Britney Spears, but she did have a connection to someone in her youth that she grew up with. Her first tape cassette was a Madonna tape cassette, which was given to her by her grandmother and influenced to buy it for her birthday through her auntie. And so there was two people that she respected influencing Joanne to want to listen to this pop star. And she grew up listening to everything that came out by this pop star. And so Joanne had this connection between her childhood and her growing up, and always having the songs and the upliftment of the beat to feel a sense of nostalgia and to feel like a friendship in some regards. And so it wasn't until last year, when Joanne was curious about the crimes against humanity and who was involved, that she did call in Madonna to find out if she was part of this. And that was the end of Joanne wanting to know more about these people as such, because it was sad to know the truth. And that is the one connection that Joanne had to a pop star. She loves music and she does appreciate the integrity of real music and not dead music. And we call it dead music because it is not uplifting. It actually is we want to say there is some music that is designed to degrade, disintegrate, densify the body and the mind that will follow the body. And so it is, instead of a expansion of vibrations, it is the opposite, and it is a densifization of the beat, which shrinks the cells and condenses the cells and makes them heavy and not vibrational. And so she can tell the difference. And she's starting to listen to music like she has never done before. So music has been a tool, a good one from our perspective in the true music, and then unfortunately other agenda for music as well.
I absolutely understand. Does Joanne's Subconscious or the Arcturian Collective have any final messages for us?
All is well. there is bigger information coming because it needs to be listened to for those to listen to be able to transmute the energy. When you are hearing information from past experiences of others, you are to share the workload of transmuting that sadness, that time, that tragedy, and be able to release it. And together you are so profoundly wonderful. And we are so proud of everyone who respects this work and listens to these sessions. If there is something that you take away that feels dense and heavy and sad, that is your responsibility to transmute that energy, because you are holding it for humanity, and you are releasing it for humanity, and you're learning and growing from it for humanity. And so unfortunately, some people feel that when they feel dense from the sadness of, say, for example, the laser, they are holding on to it, thinking about all their friends and family and community who will be impacted by this one way or the other. And so they are grounding themselves into their energy. They're releasing it, part of their inner work, and they are finding their balance and neutral. So when they are needing to be of service, they will be. And so we wanted to explain this because some people are interested in this information, but do not understand some of the takeaway feelings that they have from it. And so we want to reassure you. The reason why you are open to this work is because it is part of your contract to be able to be of service, to hear this information, to be prepared for it, to be able to help heal. And when you are part of the collective, and when you are giving high vibrational energy into the collective, you are doing great service. And so we are monitoring you and how you are responding to this information to be able to see when it is the most appropriate time for these things to occur. And so you're all part of this. And we are monitoring you, not to spy on you or to do anything that is against your free will. But when you are ready to be able to be of service, then we know that most of humanity will be able to be supported by you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Okay. What do you think? I don't know if she's alive or not.
They said she was. Wait. They said she was. Then they started with the linear time thing.
Well, you asked if she was alive, and they said the question you're asking is convoluted because, yes, she's alive. Like you didn't, yeah, it was like they've been tricky because you didn't ask, is she alive today? So you are, they're so literal. So.
Oh, I thought I did ask, wait. Do we need to redo it? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's you know what? Like I kind of feel I can hang on, I just ask. They're saying that it's irrelevant if she's alive or not. That she's still doing her service. She is still the icon. She is being used like many who are not in their true forms. They have shifted off, but they are being used to continue on the narrative. And as we have said before, there are many who are not here, who you assume are, but this is part of just helping people awake. We say that while she is not the original, while her life was much shorter than you think, there has been her use of her position and her influence to continue on her life story, in quotation marks, for your entertainment to learn and grow from. was saying that her life was always going to be of service, and she was sacrificed. It was not a good experience for her because she did not truly have her own personal life to live. She was always a product. Ugh, okay. So then, like, what?
Oh,
I mean,
sad.
I'm getting a sense. I feel like I think it was before even her kids, and I feel like whoever is having the kids, it was like, no, I don't know. I feel like I'm prying, but the information that they shared with us was that it's just a brand, it's just a marketing tool for manipulation. And now that seems to be taken over, and that the message that we are supposed to focus on, rather than the gruesome details of her life, is that we are supposed to feel hope in terms of, if she's getting freedom from everything that everyone's known about her, that freedom is attainable, and that legal systems will actually be working properly. Even though it's taken forever and a day, the legal systems actually will serve in our favor for justice. And so this is that's the main thing that people are supposed to take away from all of this, who are following her, is that females and people in general who have had struggles in their lives with their family, they are going to have justice and be able to have legal support with that.
Does that relate to the current health situation as well?
Well, I think anyone who's been waiting for legal situations to actually work for humanity instead of against humanity, I think everyone's been wanting something. So, I mean, if I was going to write a wish list of all the things that I hope that humanity would see to be able to give us hope for a positive future, it wouldn't be Britney Spears getting her fucking freedom. Sorry. It just feels like, yeah, okay, that's a small stepping stone for people to feel there is a success win, but where else would we be getting a sense of positive court cases that are going to give us this freedom that we have felt like the legal situations have not been endorsing and supporting us?
That's such a big question. I don't even know. And it's just so corrupt. I don't even know where to begin with how to give the message of that being fixed. So, or fixable even.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess, I'm not going to poo-poo it, but I sort of feel like, I guess, I mean, maybe this is just being really judgmental, but for those people that really care and are that super feel that this whole Britney thing is super important to them and their way of life, this is a huge win for them, because they are probably not that awake, potentially, being judgy, sorry. And
no,
so from my guess, it's a guess, is that those people who are still following the narrative and still being sold all of the marketing and the entertainment and the branding, this is potentially a huge positive for them, to be able to install hope that, but then I don't know, because then if they are, I guess I'm really judging who actually is Britney Spears fans, because I'm assuming that they're all very asleep.
Yes.
So therefore, why would
they are? But it's control. Messages about being free from control, and I think they're trying to get to those people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like, is this purposeful? I think so for someone, but it's a super random dream. The message, I don't know. Good message, but
the dream that you had feels like you are looking into behind the scenes, and while you were not doing anything that was really interrupting their lives, you were peering behind the scenes, just, kind of minding your own business, not making a fuss and not impacting them. But it's almost as if it's like an astral travel, where you are like, you're there with them and they are aware that you're there looking in. And I guess it's interesting that no one really wants us to tap in and look in behind the scenes of these things.
Oh, wait, so that was weird. Oh, I was being nosy. Yeah, that sounds like me.
Little bulldozer welcoming yourself into family meals.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. So then this is not purposeful at all. This is super random, and okay, let's forget it.
So interesting. Okay. Wow.
So awkward. So awkward. I didn't even know I could astral travel.
I feel like it's like it's this realm of, I want to say it's a realm of nonsense, in terms of you're going through and seeing what's real and what's not. And, like, this will sound really strange, but I feel like they're not real. And so you're going into the storyline of what people have been sold, and you can sit there with them knowing that you're not really there and they're not really here, and that they're feeling, or he's feeling, annoyed that you are able to know that they're not really here and you're not really there with them. It's like you're exposing them. That's what he was annoyed about. You're exposing them.
No way. Okay, that's trippy. That's trippy. Because yeah, he was super annoyed I was there. That's for sure. And I was like, I'm just literally sitting here.
I'm literally sitting here eating my cracker, knowing you're all fake.
Okay. Well, Erin,
what was she doing? What was she doing?
I don't even remember her. Like, I think she was there, like, or the idea of her there, but like my entire interaction was with her fiance. So I was questioning him. I wasn't even questioning her. I was trying to see if he was real.
Oh, well then,
do you think that was it?
Is he real, and is he the one that is manipulating?
No, no, he can't. He's like, no. I mean, he's a puppet. Weird. All right, I could astral travel. Didn't know that.
But we all do in our dreams. So sorry, special unicorn. That's, everyone does that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, this is the first time I remember. Well, okay, that's probably a stupid thing to say too, but whatever. I'm new here.
I'm wondering why, like, obviously it was to have this discussion. Not that I can't imagine too many people that are listening to our channels are like massive Britney Spears fans, but
No.
you know, we all know that we've been every industry is trying to manipulate us. And it's not to grow our spirituality and to empower ourselves. It's actually to kind of make us feel like crap. And, you know, it's, you know, we're supposed to stop being addicted to all that stuff that makes us feel like crap, and, you know, find things and find ourselves and empower ourselves the best we can, knowing that we are certainly not crap. And I just want to share this with you, Erin, and anyone else that's still listening to this. I don't want to brag, but the other night, we had the tooth fairy arrive to our house.
Watch out.
It was, you know, this tiniest little tooth ever from our 5-year-old. And so it's the first of these teeth that are starting to, you know, get wiggly. And I just did that whole, okay, do I want to start telling them lies about tooth fairies, or should I just say the truth? Or like, it's that whole, what do I do? What, I mean, your son.
Oh, dude, I know what you mean.
Has he started to lose his teeth?
No, and he's obsessed with why he has it. I mean, he's super jealous.
Yeah. Well, first of all,
it's just a big deal.
Brace yourself. It's so disgusting. Like, it makes me so queasy. Like, I wasn't in the room when the tooth came out, thank gosh, because I honestly think I would have like dry reach. Like, that whole thing just makes me, like, blood and stuff makes me really like, oh, I'm not comfortable with it. And anyway, you know, my kids are super excited about it. Obviously, one of the twins was super jealous that it wasn't happening to her. And, you know, the struggle's real when they have to have things exactly the same, but not the same because they can't like, it's interesting. They want things first, and, you know, there's all this competition. But I just, you know, and then we decided that we would go for we will remove the tooth while she's sleeping under the bed, and we will have to replace it with something. And then it was like, well, we've been trying to use the whole, if you brush your teeth really well and don't get any cavities, you know, the tooth fairy will then give you more money. Not that our children have ever got money before. So, you know, then I feel really weird about the whole money exchange system. And then we had to like Google to find out what was the actual current rate for a tooth these days, because I did not know the exchange rate. And then I was trying to make light out of it and be like, do you think she'll have like PayPal or something? Or like wake her up and be like, F pause.
Oh, wow. You guys are high tech over there.
Well, you know, I thought about it way too much. And it's like, I want my children to believe in magic, obviously. But then, I mean, I don't know, like, I was not sold any of this, by the way. So, you know, there was no Santa, and there was no tooth fairy, and there was no Easter bunny in my household growing up. And when my friends would tell me about like the Santa and the tooth fairy stuff, I would just be like, why are your parents lying to you? And like, I just didn't understand. Like, probably not the funnest kid to have when I'm like, I call
that kid.
Yeah, not meaning to be like, Santa's not real. What are you talking about? Like, yeah, I feel I probably see, Erin, maybe.
No, well, I know what you mean though, because you don't know where the line is, and I struggle with this too, and probably every parent that listens to this is, where's the line? Because we are now like to see the purpose behind everything, and everything smells like BS. And like, at what point are we going to stop the illusion for our kids we want to protect them from it. It's a weird thing. It totally is. I'm
I
with you. I know what you mean.
I feel like there is like peer pressure to somehow explain it. And because our children have watched TV, they already have this indoctrination of what was going to happen anyway. So then we were told, our children were telling us what was going to happen. And, it was, there was lots of rules that I never realized, that our 5-year-olds were like schooling us on. And, I realized I was going along with it because I can't, I feel like I constantly trigger everyone, not on purpose. And, like I kind of have to draw the line of, do I trigger my children with the truth? Or do I allow them to have this magical moment where some fairy that I can't explain suddenly removes tooth? I mean, actually, like disclosure, I was the tooth fairy because I actually, I exchanged it. It was where she got $5. It was in coins. And, it's hard. Like, I want her to have fun and I want them to be bribed into brushing their teeth. So I'm using manipulation, and now the fact that the tooth fairy has proven itself real with the cash. They are scrubbing their teeth like they
Nice.
they are good.
Oh wow, I should get on that storyline right now.
Well, yeah, but then how here we are feeling so outraged that we've been controlled and manipulated, by different forces and for different agendas. And then, look in my own home, Erin, what a hypocrite. I am manipulating and coercing my children to be better hygienists with their oral care, bribing them with money, so.
It's a struggle. You're not alone in that. It's just
how I say my life, when I tell people my life is really small, and they kind of don't really believe me, and then like I drop this bomb on people where it's like big problems for Joe in 3D tooth fairy conversations. Like, how does one navigate that without being a liar?
Just bless whoever listens to this. Just man. Sorry.
But you know what? Like, so how in the future, if we did get the future of this conversation, when they discover that the tooth fairy is not real, my problem is that they're going to be like, how dare you tell us that there was a tooth fairy and you lied to us, and then you covered your tracks by giving us money. And that would be like, super uncomfortable for me. And then I'm going to be able to have to remind them, well, you actually told me what the tooth fairy did and I just obeyed you. So therefore, you've just been lying to yourself and I'm just an accomplice.
Well, good luck with that conversation.
I'm
out. You got some smart kids, so yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to find balance with it. But anyway, so you're focused and concerned about Britney, and I've got, the heavy conversation about the tooth fairy. So yeah, living different lives, but still mothers at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I will stop the recording. Thanks for listening, you guys. I hope you had some thought. I'm sure everyone will find that completely boring, but it's okay.